just don't see this every day. But maybe you do. I just been trapped in my office too much lately. That truck is missing its head. Its head's gone. I'm back. It's been a little bit since I've recorded anything in the last couple months. A lot has happened. It's been busy here. Corn season happened. Fall harvest in general. Potatoes, corn, whatever you want to call it. All of it happened. One of my best salesmen took a job with Kubota, so we had to scramble and fill his spot. Tom Postman, congratulations, got a good job at Kubota. He wanted to try it, and I'm very supportive of that, but it left a hole here, and we had to do some filling in the meantime, and that involved me not filming as much. And I was just a little off my rocker filming. I would film stuff, and then it wouldn't make sense. Like, I wouldn't finish what I was filming, and I went to Kubota Connect, the dealer meeting, filmed a lot of stuff. Yeah, just none of it was that great. When you record stuff, it's hard to push record sometimes because it takes time. And if you don't want to take the time to push record, it doesn't get recorded. And if it doesn't get recorded, and some stuff does, some of the stuff just doesn't make sense. Anyways, I needed a break. I took a break, a couple-month break. I'm back though, refreshed, recharged. But I did record some stuff in the last 2 months, thinking I was going to keep recording the stuff to make it make sense, but I didn't. But a little bit of a highlight reel here of stuff I've recorded over the last couple months that just we never made a video of. We got rear-ended on the freeway with a tractor. We were driving a tractor. I wasn't driving it. My son was. It was actually his last day on the job here. He took a different job. He's out of high school now, so. Yeah, he got rear-ended on the freeway, got the cops involved. That was pretty fun. Got a little bit of a clip from that. We did go to Kubota Connect, the new dealer meeting. The SVL97 came out. This is like old news by now, but 97-3, I should say. The KX040-5, U17-5, new RTV with a cab, new lawnmowers, some robotic lawnmowers. And I've started a newsletter, and in the newsletter, it's a weekly newsletter sent via email, and if you want to get it, go to our website, subscribe to our newsletter. But also I'm going to hit some highlights from the newsletter and in these videos, so if you didn't want to get the email, you don't have to. You still get the same information. But I'm just letting you know I'm back, and it's fall, and it's cold, and my hand's really cold holding this camera, and we got some good deals going on. But we also got some cool new stuff in. The new row is we still got some stuff in the new row. The barn's still there. Yeah. Anyways, we are getting back in the rhythm of things on tractor therapy. We're gonna have some therapy together with some tractors. And my break is over. Let's get to it. Different version of tractor therapy today. We're driving this down to do a demonstration. And got rear-ended. The good news is it's not too much damage, but there's a little bit of damage, enough to mess with our demonstration tomorrow. The car came up under here and pushed this bumper up, and then the big reason we can't go tomorrow is because of that hose, most likely. We'll have to get a new hose made. And probably the belt's got some scratches in it, and I'm not sure about this motor getting hit, but the guy, I guess, swerved to try to avoid hitting some. I don't know, it seems like kind of a mess, but not terrible, but definitely something we're gonna have to fix. So judging by where that hole in the windshield is, we're trying to figure out how the hose got cut. I think that motor went inside the windshield, is my guess. And that's how that hose got cut. But other than the bent bumper, the hose is probably our biggest damage, unless that motor got tweaked, which it could have. But I actually don't think the motor had any impact, because it just went right there. The impact happened right there. Right? Yeah. Looks like That one's got a gash. This one's got a gash. This one, so both these hoses are toast. They are long hoses too. The truck's like 30 years old, still going. A couple motors later, maybe one. Oh, Blake. It's a nice little load there. Wow. Just set it on the ground, fancy like. What chopper do I pick to take to the show and tell at school? I'm gonna pick the new one. Kind of wish we put the big head on it. We have a big 12-row head. This is 750. We have a 950 here. Got to make sure to turn the battery on. Woo. Oh baby! Did someone turn it off? That's always a bonus. That means it shouldn't be dead. You may ask what I'm doing. Well, the local community has like a school educational day at the fairgrounds where all the schools from the community come and look at machinery, farm stuff. Mainly deal with farming. And they always ask me to bring a chopper. Today, it's gonna be this one. Because it's got the head on it, and it's super windy here. Look how windy it is. It's hard to tell, but it's blowing hard. It always amazes me how quiet these machines are. This thing's running right now. It is one of the quietest tractors with a cab that I have any kind of size, or tractors, combine, choppers, excavators. It's super quiet and also has the most horsepower. So what does that tell you? It's engineered well. Anyways, I've not spent a lot of time in this new machine. Not a lot has changed here. It's a C-motion handle, CMOS display, rear view camera, such. One thing that is new is not a Claas thing. It is the shear temperature, bearing temperature monitor that comes from Shear for the kernel processor. I've not spent any time with it. The old one was more of a analog style readout. This is definitely a touch screen. Definitely a lot fancier. And yeah, it's kind of a cool, it really matches. You honestly, if you didn't know any better, you might think that was a Claas factory temp monitor from Shear, but it's from Shear, not Claas. But yeah. Man, I gotta get outside more. You just don't see this every day. But maybe you do. I just been trapped in my office too much lately. But that chopper's missing its head! Its head's gone! Well, they're moving it. I don't know. Must be doing something. I know that the cab had a fire, so they took it off. It's a trade-in machine. But yeah, that loader, 427, could use a little bit more back weight. Might hit the SCLs here in a second. Uh-oh. A lot of stoppage gonna happen. See if we can back that thing up. Wonder if he knows I'm videotaping him. Anyways, looks like a lot of fun. Might need a little more loader. Well, believe it or not, the show's already over, and I was gonna get some footage and come to the lunch. And show you what the kids thing was all about, but I got distracted and didn't make the lunch, and they called me and said, come pick it up, we're done. And here I am. You may have also seen I call this the hood room. We have lots of different hoods and stuff. Might ask why I have so many of these. We got a good deal on them, and we get them used from time to time, and with dents in them. Hoods get dents real easy. Came with some fenders. Oh, don't ask about that. Bobcat. Yeah, a lot of fenders. We try to keep everything because in case someday we might need the hoods for a used unit that comes in that has a damaged hood. This one was a damaged hood that we took off. We get hoods for a variety of reasons. Mostly warranty damage or shipping damage where there's a little scratch or something. And it's not good for a new unit. But for a used unit, it would most likely be good. Okay. It's the other Heston sign. Interesting. You may know where we're located. We're located in Washington State. If you look on a map, our location, we're here in the corner of America. And we get calls from all over the place for our equipment. Because we have a lot of inventory. It's all on the web. And it's all price. People call about that. And every now and then you get one call from across the country and you're like, dude, you really know where we're located? And they're like, no, not really. And usually the conversation kind of ends after I tell them we're in Washington State, not Washington, D.C. But we treat everyone with kindness, and, you know, we approach it as a possible sale sometimes, or all the time. And just so happens sometimes they pull the trigger. We're shipping that Trioliet 2000 curb conveyor machine all the way to New York State. But yeah, so the truck driver just showed up, and I'm just gonna hook it with a nifty shoe here. If I can zoom in here and see if I can. So you ever watch Apollo 13 where they have to get the capsule just in the right spot to launch into the space station? Sorry, we might need to jack this thing. Yeah, sorry. Whoever unhooked it last did her pretty low here. Let me find the jack. Oh, there's the jack. It's on the wrong side of the... Oh, look at a bird's nest. You gotta be kidding me. You know. Wow, there's even egg. Oh, what's in there? Might be a dead bird. I don't know, we'll have to relocate that. I don't think they want to go to New York. Holy cow. One thing about these mixers, they're super heavy, even though the small ones, a lot of tongue weight. You can see all the weight in front of the wheel. That jack is almost impossible to move sometimes by hand. So I'm gonna need both hands. You also have to trust me I can do it. Well, we got her hooked up. The shoe works. It's a heavy thing. But we're gonna relocate the bird's nest in case mama bird comes back. I'm gonna wash my hands after this. I think birds are kind of dirty creatures. We'll put it on this mixer. The bird will never know the difference. Yeah, perfect spot. Well, maybe not. Just for get them out of the rain here. Little eggs. Oh, broke the nest a little. Oh well. Yep. My wife would be very happy if she saw that. It's like a good load to New York. I'll lift her up a little bit more. She's a heavy thing. She's making the forks bend a little, eh? How do New Yorkers talk? New Yorkers! I can't talk like Canadian. I gotta talk like a New Yorker. Or maybe just talk like Donald Trump for a bit here. It's a very, very beautiful mixer. As an equipment dealer, I'm not sure how other dealers do it, but without a shoe on a forklift, moving stuff like this can be a real time consumption item. But with this forklift, it makes it really easy. You don't have to back up a tractor, mess with the hitch at all. Just hook it, move it, load it. It's as easy as that. She's loaded up. Ready for New York City. I do like to highlight the truck. It's a sweet looking truck. Old Kenworth. The, I don't know what you want to call those. Looks like it could be on the Transformers movie. That mixer's had quite a trip. Came from Holland to Washington, and now it's going to New York. New York! Steel tracks with the pads. Going in rental. Thought I sold it all. Peekaboo! Some days you don't plan on selling something, but then you just sell it. And then sometimes you never plan on selling something. Rotary cutter that you can see through, and some guy wants it for a part on it. Kind of crazy. But yeah, oh baby, woo, it's coming after me. Yeah, anyways. You never know what to expect at Skolton's Equipment. In a previous video, I may have mentioned that who traded this. Well, it actually was supposed to go in the scrap bin, but then it kind of got buried behind a couple things, so then it sat there. We didn't even have it on the website, honestly. This guy drove by, he's like, hey, I got the Rhino. Oh, we lost. We lost some moss. Anyways, this guy drove by the lot and he's like, I got that exact cutter. I need the gearbox off of it and the stump jumper. And both those items seem to be good. But yeah, you can see right through this thing. So if you don't think your junk's worth something, just wait a little bit. Nice clean out down here. Dirty. Oh, look at this. It shows the camera. Oh yeah, let's sync that. Oops. Okay, so if the attachment has that, it will sync. It's an SC4072. Check mark. Yep. Pretty cool. So if the attachment has that, it will sync up. We better go inside. Oh, that's nice. So if you're familiar with the SVL75-3, this feels identical to that. Green, same buttons that I can tell. Same door. And I don't think there's a radio because it's on there, which is good. And if you remember on an SVL75-2, the rear camera is right here and it's kind of in a weird spot. No one would look at it. Anyways, it's going to be a welcome improvement. This guy. At the ride and drive this morning, looks like I'm the first one to drive the 40. I got here at the crack of dawn. And it looks like we're going to knock over some softballs.
While we're sitting here, I'm going to be talking to you.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. This is full RPM. I can't hear it. That's quiet.
That's quiet.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's very quiet. The new U17.
Transmissions, the gas one's a CVT. So that's
I think for a drive.
yeah. Sorry, that's what the HS. So it's the HS.
So they say the cab is quieter. So far, I think it's the same. Let's see. See if it got quieter. They say it is, but we need some AC on to really make this thing work. Woo. Might lose my phone here. Going over some bumps. I'm trying to film and do this obstacle course at the same time. And I want you to really drive over the bumps. I want to get a little speed difference since this is quieter. I do feel it is quieter. There isn't near as much rattle as the old one. It's definitely got the new upgrade on the shifting. The transmission's a little nicer. They made this thing as bumpy as possible. Yeah, I would say it is quieter. Like the old one, I'd probably be shouting a little bit. Quieter is something this is, but I would say it's definitely an improvement.
Yes, many of our customers really enjoy operating our vehicles, but they may not always have time to complete those chores or may want to skip on particularly hot or dusty days. This allows you to automate chores when you don't want to do them, but still gives you the flexibility to operate the vehicle when the conditions are right. You can also operate the vehicle in semi-autonomous mode that allows more efficient operations and lets you operate like a pro even with minimal experience.
Single vehicle autonomy is just one step on our journey. So now we're going to give you a demonstration of our multi-machine collaborative autonomous platform. So as our machines are coming onto the field and starting their mission, I have to say that our lead engineer on this project is my favorite German, Roland. And so we've affectionately named his machines Hans and Franz because they are here to pump you up.
Wow, Gaddis, you are showing your age with that one.
Well, guess what? I finally got that big stubborn stump that was over there. Let it sit for a few months. I had to lift it with the blade, but it's a big stump. Finally got it out. Don't even actually know if it's a stump. I kind of think it's part of that old growth tree that fell over. It was a remnant of it, maybe. I don't know. It just doesn't look like a stump, but who knows in this peat bog. The old 57 got her. Heels off the ground though. Yeah. So now we're gonna place it in a pile and let it rot. I've been told they once you put them off to the air, those rot away, disappear. I'm gonna test that theory. Believe it or not, there's a whole nother stump I just picked up out of that hole. There's one, there's two. It's part of the mess. We got a lot of mess here. But draining the ditch. The zero turn wasn't enough. Bert wanted to learn how to drive this tractor. We have it hooked up to the chipper. Real overkill for the chipper. It's a M4 narrow. And showed him how to drive a stick shift. He's not gonna shift it yet, but he's got it in a gear he likes, and I told him to go to the end of the field driveway. Oh, why did he stop? Oh, he's running the shuttle for breakage. It's a good shuttle. He wanted to learn how to drive tractor. You gotta always support the kids when they want to learn how to drive tractor. Oh, I was busy looking around for some stuff and found a chopper that just doesn't quite fit in. What do we got here? I'm not 100% sure. Seeing this for the first time with you guys. But I will get to the bottom of it. Wonder if it's a trade. Could be. 7450 Pro Drive. Haven't had one of these in a while. Oh, look at that. It is ours. Found our tag. Good to know. Doesn't fit in still. The sticker makes it better, but a lot of better looking choppers here. It's kind of a elephant in the room, maybe?